Chef Chris back from Sophia's Tuscan Grill. The weather is warming up. No smoker, no problem. These are my indoor barbecue ribs. For this recipe, I really enjoy using baby back ribs. Baby back ribs tend to be a little bit leaner. If I am using it on my smoker, I do prefer the St. Louis ones. The first thing is this membrane here can be a little bit tough. Just use a butter knife like this, and I get underneath around the center of the rack, just enough that I can get my finger underneath like that. I'll start to kind of remove this. Pull that right off. It's easy. If you grab a towel, you can pull it right off in usually one piece. I like to add a binder. In this case, and in most barbecue places there, you're going to use a yellow mustard, a light coating of this yellow mustard on the ribs. Now, this is not really for flavor. This is more so that the rub will stick nicely to that finished rib. You can use whatever dry rub you like. I'm actually going to be using my proprietary Chef P's Roll and Smoke Barbecue, which you can grab on our website. I like to start from the bottom of the rib because I really want that top to have a nice even coating. This rub has paprika, cumin, coriander, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some cane sugar. So I'm just putting it on the top pretty liberally like this. We're gonna stick this in the refrigerator for about 1 to 2 hours. We're doing this indoors. I'm showing you how to do this in your kitchen. Now we need to add some sort of liquid to help braise these and get these tender. This is cola here. You can use whatever you like. You could use root beer. You could use Dr. Pepper. All of those kind of sodas will work really, really well. And this is just some homemade beef broth. Just add enough to almost bring all the way up the sides of these ribs. From that point, we're just gonna take some tin foil. We're gonna wrap this nice and tight. You really wanna try to lock in all of that moisture. We're gonna put this in a 350-degree oven for 2.5 hours. We've transferred them to a different pan here. You can see the bones are starting to become exposed. That tells us that this meat is just about cooked. You want them about 190 degrees. That's kind of the sweet spot where the collagen and the meat starts to break down and they get really, really tender. The way that I like to finish these is we have a little bit of homemade Kansas City barbecue sauce. Now you can use your favorite barbecue sauce. Obviously, we make our own here. What I'm gonna do is just kind of spread this on lightly. We have the oven set to 375 degrees and we're gonna blast these in that oven. What that's gonna do is allow this barbecue sauce to kind of caramelize, give it a nice kind of lacquer or a nice sheen to these finished ribs. 15 minutes at a 350-degree oven. We have this. You can see how that sauce is kind of tacked up and caramelized to these ribs. Now I realize if you want them more saucy, you can absolutely add more. I like to take this bone section, flip it towards me. I can literally see the separations of the bones. I'll just slice through and we start to place them on the plate. I have a little bit more of that Kansas City barbecue sauce and we have some pickles. If you don't have a grill, if you don't have a smoker, super easy.